In the lead-up to the recent deadly attack carried out by Hamas on Israel, Saleh al-Arouri, a deputy political advisor within the group, issued a warning in an interview with a Lebanese news outlet. He hinted at preparations for a significant conflict, raising concerns of a possible all-out war. Al-Arouri mentioned discussions with relevant parties regarding the prospects of this war, which were taken as a caution against Israeli plans for targeted killings of high-ranking Hamas leaders. He warned that such actions could escalate into a regional conflict. Despite these initial provocations, the anticipated Israeli strikes on Hamas leadership never occurred. However, by mid-October, a full-scale war had erupted, initiated by Hamas on October 7, resulting in over 1,300 casualties, including more than 30 Americans, and the taking of approximately 200 hostages. Israel has responded with military operations targeting various Hamas operatives. Notably, Israeli authorities have also initiated a worldwide search for another Hamas leader, Saleh al-Arouri. Their pursuit goes beyond his potential involvement in the attack. It encompasses his connections to other relevant parties mentioned earlier in his interview. Al-Arouri, sitting at the crossroads of three entities, namely Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran, is considered a pivotal figure in the recent conflict. If suspicions regarding Iran and Hezbollah's involvement in the October 7 attack hold true, it is believed that someone within Hamas, possibly al-Arouri, played a coordinating role. Ehud Levy, a former Israeli intelligence official, stressed that most of Hamas's funding currently comes from Iran, underscoring al-Arouri's significance. While experts are uncertain of the exact role played by al-Arouri in the October 7 attack, they believe he is central to a troubling shift where these U.S.-designated terrorist entities are collaborating under Iran's direction, further destabilizing the Middle East. Danny Danon, an Israeli lawmaker, echoed these concerns, emphasizing the extensive Iranian involvement in Gaza and the interconnectedness of Tehran, Beirut, and Gaza. He pointed to al-Arouri's critical role within this alliance. Al-Arouri, a founding commander of the Izz-al-Din al-Qassam brigades, the military wing of Hamas, has managed to evade international authorities for years, despite being under U.S. terror sanctions and having a $5 million State Department bounty on his head. He has traveled throughout the region and collaborated with prominent terrorist figures, including the late Qasem Soleimani. Arouri's role extended to forming and leading a new coalition involving Hamas, Iran, and Hezbollah, which prompted Israel to seek emergency help from the UN Security Council in 2017 and 2018. Currently based in Lebanon, al-Arouri is considered a primary target as Israel aims to identify the masterminds behind the October 7 attack. Nevertheless, his elusive nature makes his capture or elimination a challenging task. Publicly, Israel has pointed fingers at well-known Hamas figures based in Gaza, but al-Arouri's role, although holding the title of Deputy Chief of Hamas Political Bureau, has become increasingly prominent. He continues to play a part in the Qassam brigades and has been instrumental in rebuilding Hamas operations in the West Bank. Furthermore, al-Arouri serves as a chief deputy to Ismail Haniyeh, a Hamas leader based in Qatar, aiding in political outreach efforts, including connections with Iran and Hezbollah. Al-Arouri also provided details about the October 7 operation, revealing that 1,200 Qassam brigades members had received precise instructions regarding their targets. Officially, Iran denies any involvement in the attack, and the investigation is still in its early stages. However, U.S. and Israeli intelligence analysts speculate that if anyone could have enabled such a coordinated assault on Israel, it would be Iran and its Revolutionary Guard. Arouri's role as an alliance builder among terrorist organizations has been known to Israel since 2018, with his involvement in raising funds and plotting attacks for Hamas. Despite his notoriety, he has managed to elude authorities. Born in Ramallah, Arouri joined Hamas in the late 1980s during the First Palestinian Intifada and quickly rose within the organization. He became a high-ranking Hamas military leader. Involved in funding terrorist activities, Arouri was detained and incarcerated multiple times by Israeli authorities and eventually spent about 15 years in Israeli prisons. After his final release, he was forced to leave Gaza and joined Hamas leadership in exile in Syria. He then moved to Turkey, Qatar, and Lebanon, playing a pivotal role in Hamas activities. The recent conflict, initiated by Hamas in October, showcased sophisticated weaponry, including drones, in its attack on Israel. As a result, the FBI and other U.S. agencies have joined Israel in their response and ongoing investigation, including the search for American hostages held by Hamas and identifying those responsible for orchestrating the attack. While Iran and Hezbollah have been implicated in the planning of the Gaza raid, less attention has been focused on al-Arouri's role in these relationships. The existence of a joint intelligence center for Hamas, Iran, and Hezbollah in Lebanon has been confirmed, further highlighting the level of cooperation between these groups. Representative Brad Schneider asserts that Iran's extensive role in training, equipping, and funding Hamas fighters makes them partially responsible for the recent attack. The ongoing search for Saleh al-Arouri may shed light on the broader plan's bay.